Hey guys, another war video for you today, looking at episode 23 of War of the Dork. This was a giant punch-up. This is a 44 million punch-up. We were on a 3-match win streak. Let's see if we can continue it. So let's get right into it. Let's start with attack number 1. And this is me making use of my new Xfactor team, and I throw Namor in with them, because I don't like using Fantastic Four anymore. And we're doing a punch down because I have 0 T4s on my Xfactor, so I'm still not sure on the limits that they can do. But after this this showing, I'm much more confident with them. So let's see how it goes. I was debating between using the ultimate for defense up and then the special for defense down. I went for the defense down because I figure we kill this Johnny Storm before anything happens. We're going to be in great shape. And I'm very happy to find that, well, I kill everybody before anything really happens. So Namor did a chunk of damage there. He does have D4s. He's geared tier 14. And he's pretty built. So we tear through this, absolutely no problems. It was a punch down. I'm going to be putting T4s into my Xfactor soon. Unfortunately, Captain Sam came out yesterday. He seems to need all 4. So I'm going to be doing all 4 for him. And then we're going to be working on Xfactor because I just finished Infinity Watch. So we're getting there. Captain Sam, I think, is going to have lots of value as a plug-and-play character. And if you watch my videos, you know I love my hybrid teams. So next we're using Shadowlands against a TechNerva team. My Shadowlands isn't very built, but they do have a bunch of T4s into them. Before Xfactor was announced as the unlock for Adam Warlock, I was working on Shadowlands first. I would have continued doing that, but I wanted to prep for Adam Warlock because I do think Infinity Watch is going to hold as the meta arena team for at least half a year, if not longer, like Black Order did. So see the offense up Daredevil. He's not very strong, but he goes and he wrecks that giant Minerva. Just more reason why you really need to believe in the power of Shadowlands, and I can't wait to eventually be able to build these guys up. So fortunately, my Xfactor is now completed on gear and levels. So it's going to be Captain Sam next. Then we're going to do Skilletary because I have giant red stars on them, and I have 3 of them already at gear tier 15. And then we're going to come back and do Shadowlands. So be a little bit, probably about 3 months before they're fully operational, but I think they're going to be still relevant in the war offense meta then. The only question is going to be, are other meta changing teams going to be introduced in the interim that they're going to get pushed further down? Hopefully not. So here's attack number 3. This is a team you've seen me use before. I love this team. We're doing a 140k punch up. It's like a Skilletary plus Falcon and Doom team against Emma+Doom teams. It absolutely shreds the Emma+Doom team apart. Unfortunately, people are no longer using Emma+Doom that much, so I've had to use this team elsewhere. I figure Captain Sam is probably going to slot in here in Punisher spot, and I'm going to see if I can continue to do punch downs against the Infinity Watch with this. I think it's going to be much more consistent without the Punisher and with the Captain Sam for extra taunt and energy and speed. But we'll see as we go. So the idea here is you get stuck behind the strafe, you beat him up, you get all the speed from Black Widow special and from Falcon special, and your Doom's going to get to ult before anything really happens. So here you go, he ults. And you hold his special on turn 1 because you just want to have that extra Doom bot for more damage. So we had to use 1 attack on Strafe, we had to use 1 attack on the Red Guardian, and now we have to kill this Doom. So we have to kill him obviously before he takes his turn, otherwise we're going to die. This is where Punisher does work in this team because he's so strong against villains and he just absolutely wrecks the Doom. So yeah, I would keep Punisher on this team for this matchup. But against the Infinity Watch team, I would sub him out. There you go, we get some more speed. Doom, obviously, his basic can't miss, so it's still going to hit regardless. We then the ability block on Emma, we're just beating her up now. His ISO attack will miss, though, so there you go. And there you go. Very easy win, about 140k punch up. I love that team comp. I love taking out Dooms. It really pads your damage numbers. So next we have attack number 4. And we're doing Xforce against Hero Brawlers on a 15k punch-up. They were not boosted, and I was just looking to keep the team rolling. Negasonic basically takes everybody out. X23 will go, and she gets all the speed she needs. Spider-Man unfortunately dodges a bunch, so it's going to extend the match a little bit, but not very long. We'll use the basic from Domino like you've seen me do before, because that assist she calls in is way more damage than her ultimate does. And if you don't need that disrupt, what's the point in using it? So the big Captain Marvel gets her turn, but I mean, it was on Deadpool, he would have came back. It still would have been 4v5. Very easy matchup. Probably a waste of Xfactor, if I'm being honest. Next we have attack number 5. And this is my Hela, Zemo, Silver Surfer team. I threw in Ghost Riders because I had nowhere else to put them. And we're doing a Red Guardian Starlord Doom team. Now that I'm going to say that's the crux. And I guess Squirrel Girl too, because she does cleansing. But that's why I wanted 2 characters with ability block, Zemo and Silver Surfer. So what we're going to do here is we're going to ult. Now unfortunately, that takes the Starlord out. And then Minerva brings him back. And he does give energy to Doom. So Doom is going to ult turn 1. We're going to have to see if we survive this. This was obviously pretty sketchy. Very interesting Doom team to make. I like it a lot. Fortunately for me, my Zemo did survive. Ultron comes back. Silver Surfer still alive. We'll see if we can pull this one off. We're going to rely heavily on the Ultron to do his job here. So I think we're going to start with that Squirrel Girl, because defense up doesn't matter to Ultron. So that's good. Next we have our Silver Surfer. We want to try and take out this Minerva. We do that in one shot. That's good too. Red Guardian is going to be stuck with that ability block for a while, which is nice. Now you see here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Ultron bots to continue to rewind the Dr. Doom. I really don't want him to get any more ability energy going and ult us again, because then we're surely going to die. You'll see I did use the basic attack from Ultron on the Doom bot just to keep his buffs up. Wanted to keep that going. Now I know Red Guardian's going to use his ability block before his taunt, so it gives me a little bit of time to get through this Doom, and that's exactly what we're going to try and do. We use the speed up there, which was a mistake. I wanted to use the slowdown on him, but that's okay. So we do knock him, and we're getting lucky. He's not taking our Ultron out, he's taking our bots out. Well, lucky. The percentage chance, right? There's a good percentage chance he was going to go for these bots. We'll get more bots out, and at this point, we're okay. Silver Surfer would finish it from here. If Doom were to kill Ultron, he'd get the offense up and crush him. So we get through it. Interesting matchup. Very RNG dependent on that Star-Lord. I guess not so much. He's going to give the energy more often than not. But I guess had I knocked that Squirrel Girl into yellow, I would have had more time to get the spread. It's neither here nor there. We got the match done. And another Doom team down, which is always good. Here's attack number 6. We're trying yet another Doom team, and this is Doom with Emma, and I'm using Kestrel+BlackBolt Fury, Yo-Yo, and Captain Marvel, and this was a bad matchup to take. I needed somebody with more damage or some sustain to get through this, but you'll see why. Yo-Yo was definitely replaceable. Should have put in a damage dealer with her instead of her. So my Fury takes a giant hit, which is bad. I go to get the cleanse here. I do get it on the strafe, which is cool. I'll go to kill the strafe here. There he goes. That's really good. So far, so good. We're going to let that Doom take his first turn, and then we're going to try and nuke him. So there he goes. So there we take the deflect off of him. The clone gets sapped away by the Kestrel, which is great. We land the slow on Doom, another great thing. Now we're in a race to beat him up here. Probably should have used the basic from Yo-Yo there, but actually we had a lot of slows, which is doing us a big disservice. And it looks like this Doom is going to pop off on us. Captain Marvel goes down before she gets to use her ultimate, which sucks. Doom is back to pretty much full life, so we really got to get this going. Big damage. That was a Fury assist from the Kestrel, which was great. Now I have to somehow kill this Doom before he ults next turn, because he is going to go before Kestrel. And this, guys, is where Fury comes in big. That assist from BlackBolt came from Fury, allowing him to ping. That was 4 hits. Big damage on the Doom. And now we just got to worry about Sinister, Emma, and Mystique. And unfortunately, this does not go my way. I can't get through the Emma. They resist too much, and they take out the exact right members. So I know I need to get through the Emma because Kestrel will solo the other two no problem, but she will not be able to solo the Emma. But she's going to get to her diamond form before I get to do that. And then there is no killing her at that point with this team, so I figure I might as well go for Sinister, try and get some more enemies killed here before this is all said and done. So Fury, of course, gets targeted out. Not surprised there. We get the defense down on Sinister, which is great. BlackBolt gets hit. We get to use the basic from Yo-Yo, which is going to call an assist in, and gets the ping from Kestrel, which is great. So I'm still kind of okay, but then this happens, and Kestrel nearly one-shots BlackBolt. I really wish it was Kestrel that got the blind, or the mind control rather. And then Emma puts the blind on Yo-Yo, taking her out. So that was pretty unfortunate RNG on my part, or for my part. And then we have a 2v1 Kestrel versus Emma, and Kestrel will not be able to defeat the Emma alone. I'll try my best to use the special, giving myself speed up, and then alter to kill her in one shot, and that just won't be enough. I'm not going to make you watch that because that's 2 minutes of footage, but what I will show you is I am able to take the Mystique out. So there you go, Mystique is done. And now you don't really want to put on auto like I do here, because this is what happens, right? We special, we have the speed up, but Emma was really close to her turn, so we wanted to try and line that up with having our ult up. I do eventually do that, and I get 2 turns back to back. I get her into red, but then she survives and she rebalances and gets all the way back up. So at any point now I should edit this out. So there's the ultimate. No. So there you go, I edited it out. Didn't want you guys just to watch that back and forth for too long. That is our only lost attack for this war. Sucks, but it happens. This is a very big punch down. The enemy team kind of just ran out of these good defensive teams. And I had used all my baby offensive teams before my good ones. That happens in war sometimes, right? I didn't expect it to happen on a 44 million punch up, but it is what it is. So we're doing Sinister 6, except we have Rhino instead of Swarm, and we have Squirrel Girl and Drax instead of the other 2 damage dealers. So we kill the ad. It's going to fuel our speed, and then it's the same matchup as it always is, because it's 2 small Squirrel Girl, 2 small Drax. It's a very easy win. So here he goes. We'll go ahead and take out the Squirrel Girl, I believe, to avoid the offense down, and we get a bunch of speed. We'll stun the Doc. Drax just simply dies. He was really great back in the day for that on-spawn taunt, but it just hasn't held up, which you would expect after so long, right? Electro gets killed by AoE Splash, as will Doc, and nothing left but Rhino. We flip that into offense down, which will help speed this up, and there you go. So you see we are behind right now. This one comes down to the wire. I will only say that the winning team won by 1 character in like a 10-second range. Somebody was attacking 1 solo character, couldn't get it done, the enemy finished while they were doing that, unfortunately. And it was a big Kestrel. But this is Symbiotes against Emma+ on basically 140k punch down. Does this matchup work closer? Sure. Should you risk it? No. There's so many better Emma counters out there. Lots of people in your alliance are going to have various options. The only reason I did this is because basically only Emma were showing left, and I just didn't want to waste my Symbiotes on something too small. The best part about Symbiotes and Axmen, Shadowlands to an extent, is their basics, though they put out debuffs, they won't cripple your characters with damage. So when Emma or Mystique calls in a mind control, it doesn't absolutely wreck your day. You're not going to one-shot somebody. Like the anti-venom got hit twice there, and he was just fine. So Strife falls over. He was very small. I'm not going to use that ultimate because there's nothing to steal right now. but this allows me to use the Scream ult. I avoid using it on the Ghost because I just don't want her to dodge it and then rewind my Scream. Ability to block the Emma. She's completely loaded up now. She's definitely going to die. It was risky not using the, at least the special on my anti-venom to give him some more life and some immunity. But even if he had died off that, I would have been just fine doing a 4v4 from the rest of this. So there you go. Emma's down. Obviously, from here on out, this is pretty easy. Ghost gets covered in some more debuffs. Sinister's down. Like I said before, I don't really use the anti-venom special unless I absolutely need to. It was brought to my attention that it's good to use against Yo-Yo because you'll stop that offense down. But I reviewed the tape and there's only like 2 windows where you don't have offense up. And she'll give offense down, I think, to Symbiote, Spider-Man, and Scream. So I'd rather use the basic damage than to avoid just those 2 offense downs. So there you go. Easy win. Next we have another very sizable punch down, and it's Black Order into Marauders again. So basically another 150k, 160k punch down. Like I said, guys, these are the only teams left showing. So we get stuck behind the strafe, so we go ahead and we beat them up. You're gonna hold your flip until after Emma takes her turn. And the worst case scenario here is Ebony or Proxima get cloned and they rewind you and they put a stun on your Thanos, and that could be really bad. And we'll see what happens here. So Ebony does get cloned. He is going to rewind us right away. Unfortunate. Strafe goes down. That's big. So we don't have to worry about his ability block, which could have really screwed us over. Cull's going to get to taunt before Emma uses her ultimate, so that's good too. Now Thanos will flip everything. So we got some defense down on the board. We get to rewind them. Proxima goes next, so she'll get another rewind in. And I threw it on auto from this point because the snap is coming. Nothing left but the Emma, and she'll get beat up here real good. So there you go. Very easy matchup. A very small tad of RNG, but she can get through it relatively easy. So you see we're narrowing this gap. It got very, very close last minute. And, well, this is attack number 9. This is my Infinity Watch against Doom with Brotherhood. This is not attack number 9. This is attack number 10. I just didn't change the visual on that. So there were 10 attacks total in this video. So very easy matchup. This is when we're racing to finish. Blob absolutely falls over. So Adam Warlock is able to put the ability block on Doom. We're not worried about him at all. It also puts the ability block on Juggernaut at the same time, so we just focus out the Doom. And there he goes. Nothing left but the Juggernaut. And we'll rewind him. And then Gamora's going to come in and just crash him. Nope, never mind. Nebula will do it on the assist. So there you go. So, unfortunately, we were the team that lost at last minute. We had a member take a pretty weird team into a Kestrel. Got absolutely crushed for it. But you see there, I did get MVP. I did do a bunch of damage. So I'm going to use the applause cheer instead of the boo cheer, because it's been a while since I got that. But anyway, you know, can't win them all. It was a 44 million punch up. We did our best. And we'll get it next time. We will. So guys, I hope you found that fun. Maybe a matchup you haven't seen before that you'd like to use yourself. If so, please like and subscribe. Hey, if not, please like and subscribe. It's really cool to see that number build up. But anyway, I'll see you on the next one. We're going to do a beta video today, and I should get that out by dinner time. So until then, peace.